even though you act, actually at this point I'd like to show you a clip so that you get a little bit of sense of the kind of different roles that I have done. Daniel, could you?
She's taught to endure many kinds of oppression.
So this is just a clip somebody had put together and I'm sharing it with you, which is of some of the roles that I've done.
Women who have been beaten up and abused by their husbands. Is your reputation more important than your freedom? Every vein of my body. It is the culture in which I was born, which sees the woman as the honor of the house. In order to uphold this false izzat, she's taught to endure many kinds of oppression and pain in silence. A woman is a toy, a plaything, broken at will, stuck together at will. For 10 years, I lived a life of beatings and degradation, and no one noticed. I came out of my husband's jail and entered the jail of the law. It is here, at last, that I have found a kind of freedom.
Tells you a little bit about the work that I've done. There's another film that I did which was based on a true story of a woman who was gang raped about almost 20 years ago. And she's still fighting for justice. She's still fighting for justice. And it's, probably some of you have read, in 2012 there was a gang rape. And suddenly India became like, as if the rape country, or Delhi became like the rape capital. It probably only meant that there was more reporting happening. Every time we hear about rape cases, it's not necessary that it's just that the rapes have increased, but more people have started speaking up, which is actually a positive thing. There was a study done, and they said 200% increase in reporting happened in Delhi after that case. Because there was such an uproar, and sometimes there's a tipping point. It's like suddenly everybody feels almost the same way. It's like everybody started feeling we are not going to tolerate violence anymore. But this film that I've done, which is in fact going to be shown here, I think on 14th of November at the Luce Hall, is called Bavandar. The English title is Sandstorm. Was about this woman who was gang raped 20 years ago. She also spoke to the press. She went to the Beijing International Conference for Women, and it was something that did come out. Of course, social media and all that wasn't there. We are talking about 20 years ago. So probably if it had happened here, it would have been a whole different thing. She was an illiterate woman from a village. She spoke up. And I think she inspired many other women to speak up. So from a victim, she really became an activist. And it was very sort of difficult almost at an emotional level to do that film, because you were doing, you're playing a character who was real, who was alive, who's going to watch this film. You want to do complete justice to her own spirit of strength and what she was all about. So I've been fortunate to be part of many different stories where you play an extreme left sort of, a terrorist sometimes, or an extreme left activist, sometimes a slum dweller, sometimes a spinster who doesn't get married and what her life is at the end. So there are many different characters and stories you can be part of. But at the same time, you also itch to tell your own story. And that's why in 2008, I directed a film which is called Firak, which is based on a real incident. It's an aftermath film. So there was a riot that happened in 2002 between Hindus and Muslims. It's not really a riot, it was more like a carnage, and more than 2,000 Muslims were killed. And this film doesn't really deal with the violence that happened during the carnage, but after that, a month later, when an obvious violence finishes, there are many things that linger on. We all know of that, whether it's the struggle of identity, if it's guilt, it's anger, it's desire to take revenge, do you have hope, or do you lose all hope? People go through many different emotions, and it was more to capture what different people go through in different class, in different religion, gender, all of that intersects in so many different ways. So that was a very, very special and a challenging experience for me. But over the years, even though nothing is planned in my life and different things keep emerging, the one thing I realized that what really interests me is to engage with issues of identity, because I think all of us grapple with which identity to sort of exhibit or claim or to hide behind or to sort of reinforce, because we all have multiple identities. Here my identity could be a world fellow, but somewhere it could be, maybe if it's a room full of men, I'm the only woman, then it would suddenly become a woman. If it's a room full of whites, then I'd become the brown or whatever. So the identities keep shifting. So I really find it very interesting to engage with issues of identity. With identity comes discrimination and inequality, because there is so much of politics of identity everywhere in the world, and it's so deeply connected to issues of discrimination, to how because when there is identity, when there is a sense of self, there is also a notion of the other. So sometimes we in fact want the other to be able to define ourselves. It can happen in countries, it can happen in people. So those kind of issues have always interested me, and that's why today, even though I've worked, for the last 20, 25 years, through my advocacy work and my acting and my direction, I don't know what really is that one thing that I do. If you had to ask me, how would you define yourself, I would actually find it difficult. But I've been very fortunate that life has provided me these different opportunities where sort of one thing feeds to the other. Like somebody was asking me, so how is this experience going to help you? And I would not be able to say it in 2 words. It's 2 months, we're done with 2 months, 2 months to go. But I know that everything that is happening here, some of which is overwhelming, some of which is exhausting, some of which I'm still trying to figure out, everything is going to find its way, because I'm more and more realizing that you can only connect dots backwards. So you just go forward with sort of an open mind, try out different things, and you don't know where you're going to reach. And I think that's where I am, and I'm fortunate that everything has kind of fed into each other. So while they may seem like different streams of things that I do, within me I don't find any battle. I think they're all sort of coming together. So that's been my life, and I'd be very happy to interact and answer any questions that I can. Thank you.